just say sometimes new isn't bad. Change can also be good.
Yeah, but change can be good if you're like on the bottom of the table. Change when you're on the top. Why would you change stuff when you're on the top? You know what I mean? I mean, I do see your point. It could get better, but don't you think there's
I think
big
maybe,
margin of
I
error?
don't know. In my opinion, I reckon I always thought there's something kind of missing in one sense, even from Abramovich.
Another topic which is very dear to my heart, as you can all say.
Maybe.
I am a big Chelsea fan my whole life already, and never have I feared the future for this club as I feel right now. Because let's face it, Abramovich, with all of his flaws, has done everything he humanly could to make Chelsea great, to push Chelsea up, to make Chelsea the team that it is today, the team that won the Champions League twice in the last 10 years, the team who is constantly playing and winning premierships and is considered one of the best teams in the strongest league in the world, in the Premier League. And honestly, now that he will be leaving, now that a new owner will be taking over, I'm afraid of how the new owner will adapt to Chelsea, to the whole club, to the community, and if he will really do all the little things that Abramovich did so far. Because, not to take anything away from the Manchester United owners, but I'm not so sure if somebody like the Glazers took over, if Chelsea would still stay a successful club in the Premier League.
Sometimes new isn't bad, you know. I would just say sometimes new isn't bad. Change can also be good.
Yeah, but change can be good if you're like on the bottom of the table. Change when you're on the top. Why would you change stuff when you're on the top? You know what I mean? I mean, I do see your point. It could get better, but don't you think there's
I think
big
maybe,
margin of
I
error?
don't know. In my opinion, I reckon I always thought there's something kind of missing in one sense, even from Abramovich.
Mhm.
And that was like also what I see in Manchester City. Like, yeah, they just keep buying the players in and stuff like that. But what do they see themselves doing in the next 10 years?
You think they're missing a clear-cut identity?
Yeah. Like, do they want a big stadium like Manchester United has, or do they want to be iconic like Liverpool? Stuff like that. What did Chelsea actually want? And maybe the next guys will help them find a new identity as well. And not just be another London club.
That would
Because,
be good, actually, yes.
I mean, all due respect, Chelsea's been very successful and everything, but so have Arsenal in their time. So has Tottenham in their time at one point.
Okay.
West Ham United.
Okay, my friend. I'm gonna say yes to Arsenal at some point in the history, maybe way back when Wenger was still young.
And further back then as well.
But Tottenham being successful must be a joke. Come on.
No, 1960s, 70s. They were pretty successful too. But really, more like Liverpool in the 1970s and 80s.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Iconic.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind Chelsea building a Liverpool atmosphere, a Liverpool connection, a Liverpool identity.
I reckon it was kind of Abramovich's pet project to make the team special and try and do, just because he had money, to try and do like what Real Madrid did with the Galactico kind of thing. That's what he tried to do, yeah.
But I mean, and he succeeded at it. Unlike
he
Paris,
did make a great club, but actually in the beginning by buying the best players and stuff like that, and it still was. But maybe they need to become a better club than just the sum of its parts. Make them more like Dortmund.
Yeah, Dortmund, Liverpool, clubs with a
They have a more community.
That's what you mean.
They have a bigger community.
Yeah, but don't underestimate the Chelsea community.
Chelsea community is good as well, but it's not.
I'll be honest, Chelsea community has grown, especially in the last years under Abramovich's ownership, because obviously where there's a successful club, there are many supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And me, as a real fan, I'm honestly a little bit afraid of the bandwagons that might leave if things turn sideways now. and if things don't go according to plan. Because even now you see players are living on a free because there's no chance of contract extension for now. I mean, the bids will come in a week or so. But there's rumors that some players have already agreed to leave the club. Rudiger, Christensen, rumored all to leave the club.
But that was already before all this was happening.
I think they would have...
They were already planning on leaving at the end of the season. Rudiger for sure.
Okay.
I remember reading that in January.
You think he can do better than Chelsea? I mean...
Yeah, I think he wants to go to Barcelona and...
He can try, but I have to be honest, I think Thomas Tuchel's system favors him a lot.
Probably.
With the three in the back. And as great as he is, I think he makes a lot of little errors here and there. Where it's nice to have three centre backs. But I'm curious as to see how he will perform when there will be only two.
Yeah.
But...
Could see. But...
Okay, even if that were the case, that he would have left anyways, what about all the players and superstars that are right now looking into the contracts of lawyers who were saying, hey, is there a way out because salaries are not being paid? Do you think there will be understanding of the whole situation?
I think Tuchel's got this under control.
You think he's a good manager to manage people? You think he learned that back in the days in Paris?
He definitely learned that in Paris, for sure. And now that he doesn't have so much to do on that front, I think it's much better. But you have to look at you're going to lose Rudiger, maybe. But you're planning on getting rid of Timo Werner as well, because he's not happy either.
Do you think they really will get rid of Timo Werner? Because don't forget the German connection between Werner and Tuchel.
I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens after the World Cup and all that kind of stuff.
You mean how he will perform there?
Maybe. But you got a new central midfielder coming in to replace or to take over from Jorginho and Tchouameni from
Monaco.
From Monaco.
You think that will happen actually?
I can see it happening.
I mean, it will be
another French,
for sure.
Two French guys actually.
Which were?
The other one's coming from Sevilla. Koundé.
Koundé they've wanted to get last season already, actually.
Yeah.
And they
can offer him now a proper starting berth because
Rudiger and Christensen will be leaving.
You see my point there. So
that's a good point actually.
You kind of need to get rid of some of those ones if you want. You can't
get new players in as long as you have the old ones.
If you can't guarantee them first team football, for instance, or indispensable to the club kind of position.
Contracts. Yeah, okay, I do see that, but shouldn't they be good enough to earn that position? Shouldn't a fierce competition be more motivation for them to play better?
Maybe. But Rudiger's getting old as well, so come on. I don't think... I still... He annoys me when my teams play against him, but I still think he's overrated.
Okay.
He's no Van Dijk. Sorry.
You and your Van Dijk.
He's no De Ligt. He's no all these Dutch guys.
When looking at the new potential owners, potential buyers, how do you think things might be going for Chelsea? Do you see an owner who will come in and say, okay, I want to keep you at the top. I'm very much all in with you guys?
I think they all got deep pockets. All four bids are billionaires. Like Tuchel says, I'm a person who tries not to worry too much, especially on the things that he has zero influence on.
So you think Tuchel being optimistic is a good approach to all this?
And realizing that he can't change things that he has no control over, so he'll just try and change things he does have control over. And
which is to win the Champions League.
If you have that focus in your manager, then I think you're in a good place.
Do you think Chelsea has what it takes this year to win the Champions League back-to-back? When you're at that topic?
Did they change their team?
No, not really.
No.
They should
if
on paper,
not injured,
be stronger than last season.
Yeah, should be.
So let's see. Real Madrid will be an interesting opponent for sure.